It's Halloween month. And as you can see behind us, I've got me Dracula Day 1972 poster back on the wall. So this month I'm going to review a load of horror films. And the first film's going to be from Hammer Studios, and that's The Horror of Frankenstein.
Your ticket entitles you to be frightened out of your wits. At no extra charge.
The Horror of Frankenstein came out in 1970. It came out on a double bill with Scars of Dracula, both from Hammer Productions. It's the sixth in the series, and this is the only one not to feature Peter Cushing. Instead, we get Ralph Bates playing Frankenstein in an attempt to make him the new horror star for Hammer, and the part of Frankenstein was never offered to Peter Cushing. The film's a more comical version of The Curse of Frankenstein. It's a remake of that film. It was produced and directed by Jimmy Sangster, who also helped with the screenplay with Jeremy Burnham. Music was by Malcolm Williamson. It runs 95 minutes and cost £200,000 to make. The film was originally just going to be called Frankenstein. The film stars Ralph Bates as Baron Victor Frankenstein, Kate O'Mara as Elise, Veronica Carlson as Elizabeth, Dennis Price as the grave robber, and David Prowse as the monster. And he would also play the monster in the next film, Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, in 1974. He was 6'7" and would later play Darth Vader. So basically this is just a remake of The Curse of Frankenstein, and it's more of a comical version.
Bed warmer, things like that.
Exactly as your father always liked it, sir.
Admirable. We'll have dinner in 1 hour. Come on, Helen.
Who was that?
Alice. She's my housekeeper.
You're joking.
Not at all. She gave satisfaction to my father. She can do the same for me. I hope she can cook.
Yeah.
Many more meals like that, or we can forget work. We'll both be dead.
So they were trying to get Ralph Bates to be the new Hammer star, and he's actually quite good in this film. He's good, but the film's not. And I think the trouble is that even though Ralph Bates is great, he's not a patch off Peter Cushing playing Frankenstein. And I'm surprised they didn't offer Peter Cushing the chance to play Frankenstein in this film, especially considering his last film, Frankenstein's Be Destroyed. He gave one of his best performances. I thought that was outstanding. So this film, it's kind of like not really in the series, and with it being more humorous, it's kind of like hit and miss. There's some scenes that are funny, but there's a lot of times where it's just silly. Some interesting casting. Veronica Carlson, she was in the last film, Frankenstein's Be Destroyed, but in this one she's playing a different character. However, the character's a bit dull in this film. She doesn't have a great deal to do, really, apart from wanting to be with the Baron, who doesn't seem to want anything to do with her for some reason. Why the hell does bloody Victor Frankenstein not fancy Veronica Carlson? I would shag the bloody arse off her. Yes, it is a bit strange that he didn't fancy her bones. Peter Cushing would have banged her. Kate O'Mara plays his mistress. She's sleeping with him. She's actually really good in this film. I was surprised. Yeah, she's a proper bloody go-getter. Sleeping with the bloody Baron. Proper bloody slut. Hey, Bones, you're not supposed to say a slut now. You can't fucking say a nout these days. Like the maid in The Curse of Frankenstein, she also comes to a sticky end, getting trapped in this room with a monster. Dennis Price is funny as a grave robber. He's getting bodies for the Baron.
Nothing more than 3 days old.
Anything I bring you will be so fresh. Get past the government meat inspector.
David Prowse, who plays the monster, he is, like, physically he's good. He's good at playing these big characters because he's 6'7". But I thought the actual, like, makeup on the monster looked a bit daft. He looked, like, campy. Hey, hell, that bloody monster looks soft as bloody shit. Is it wrapped up in fucking toilet paper? And the film actually goes downhill a bit when the monster appears the last half hour of the film. And before that, it wasn't quite so bad. So the film sort of like goes downhill a bit. And there's a really poor ending where the monster just gets killed in this acid bath. It accidentally gets touched the lever. and all acid falls on the monster. So I thought that was like a bit of a let-down ending. The film does have some funny bits though. I like when the Victor's putting numbers on the limbs of the body that he's cutting off, and he when he's having dinner, he imagines this number on this guy's forehead. So he's planning on using his head for the monster. Thought that was a funny scene.
Now, he admitted that my work was accurate, but told me that I ought to take longer over it.
Strange that this was in a double bill with Scars of Dracula, because both of them films are disappointing. They kind of give like the 1970s Hammer films a bit of a bad name because they're disappointing, which is a shame because I think the 1970s Hammer films made some of the best. I think the screenplay for this film's lackluster. There wasn't anything really unique about it. They were just copying The Curse of Frankenstein, trying to make it a bit funny. And that was about it, really. The monster looked naff. Ralph Bates was good, though. I think he was a good actor, him, actually. I especially like him in Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde. I thought that was a great film he was in. I think that's probably my favourite one with him in. And he's also good as Lord Courtly, Taste the Blood of Dracula. So out of 10, what would I give this one? I was disappointed. I'll only give it 5. 5 out of 10. Did you think, Bones, did you like it?
That was a load of bloody shit. Get snout.
The next film in the series, Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, I think that's an underrated gem. So look out for some more horror film reviews this season. Okay, see you next time. Like, subscribe and share. Bye.
I think I'll send it to the Dean as a going-away present.